around when I'm wobbly.
Have you called your dad lately, or?
No, like I don't have no minutes on my phone. When I had my seizure, when I was discharged from the hospital, there was a little patch of grass across the street. I lay down there and I had my charger in my leather coat. I just took my coat and my backpack. Because I mean, after a seizure, man, you're just tired. For the last few days, I've been so tired. Can't get no sleep. I don't think it's going to work. We usually meet at the shop every day. A lot of times, we have jobs way out. And buses don't run them. So, I don't think it's good.
With me, every single job that I have ever applied for has told me they were hiring, and then when I get down there, they're not hiring.
Yeah.
You know, it's like every single place that I have ever applied for has done that.
Well, I was walking down the street where Orchardville, and traffic control. Right over here. Traffic control was there. And I asked her, is your company hiring? I said, God. It's like, do you have a driver's license? No. No, why? Wrong town. Colorado, something like that. And my dream. But I had my flagger's license from Washington. He says, oh, you should be able to get it back. He's like, so, you don't have a driver's license? You think you can get it back? I said, I doubt it. I said, look, I'm so far behind in child support in Colorado and California on adopts California's laws. So it's not gonna happen. And I told him the story about this guy that worked with me for my brother. He owned his own business. He was a master electrician, and this suspended his electrical license 3 times. That's why he moved to Colorado. He lost his business. They don't give a shit. But they don't want you to be living on the street. Hell no. Don't want you living on the street. We don't like that.
You were saying earlier that everyone, like, no one chooses this, but it's like they're giving you no choice but to do it.
Exactly. They won't give you a choice. It's like when I was in Texas. I got on Craigslist, and I got a job running a loader. Guy says, go to the office, take care of paperwork, and get a background check. Everything's cool. I got the job. He's like, all right, come to the job. I'll put you to work today. Fine. I went back. I took the bus. I had to. He's like, what took so long? I said, traffic, man. He's like, well, parked the car across the street. And this was the beginning and the end. I don't have a car. He's like, how you getting around? I said, the bus. He's like, oh, okay. Well, he says, I'll have this guy pick you up. He says, well, where's your apartment? I said, I'm not in an apartment. He's like, where are you living? I said, in a shelter. Where is it? I said, off 7th Avenue. He's like, oh. So then we were working 12-hour days, or 10-hour days. And the city made us switch to nights because there was so much dust, and there's the main thoroughfare right next to it. Because what it was a project that was started, but they ran out of funding.
Yeah.
So somebody had bought it, and they were going to build a giant parking garage, and then take the foundation that was already built and build nice apartments because it was right next to the river. Okay. So it's nice. It's going to be a problem. I go to the mission, the shelter, to be working nights, 7 to 4:30. No, you got to be in by 8 o'clock. I said, I'm going to be working till 4:30 in the morning, so you can't come in there. I said, all right, and then I'll wait. I get up at 4:30. By the time I walk back, because it was like a mile and a half, 2 miles. By the time I walk back, check in and sleep during the day. They said, no, you can't sleep during the day. Not yet. You got to talk to a counselor or a caseworker. I said, okay, what can I talk to you? Oh, well, we just had a couple quit. So, it's going to be about 3 weeks, maybe 4. I said, the job's going to be over because we were roto-milling the ground, and we had to go down 40 feet and run on the road. So I told my boss what was going on. He's like, okay. He says, I'll tell you what. You could stay on the job site. You could sleep in the loader. I said, all right. Come in at like 6:30. I get up at 4:30, and by the time I'm still asleep, I got maybe an hour, hour and a half. He tells me, I want you to load trucks. I said, what? I said, no, I've only got like an hour and a half. He's like, just load some trucks. Just for a little while. He had me work till like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then the other guy that run the loader, he come in. I'm sleeping on a park bench, and I'm really not sleeping. But no. And I have to be in at like 7:30. You know how many backpacks and cell phones that I had taken from me? Oh man, I can't even count. And it was like, there I was working all night and part of the morning, and he was only paying me $40. And I'm putting in like 60, 65 hours. And he's like, hey, that's fair. I'll let you sleep them all over. That's worth what? I'm making what? 12, $13 an hour. And the next 20 hours?
For free.
And then got down about 35 feet. I'm not gonna need you no more. I said, just like that, huh? He's like, no. I said, well,
You remember it was just like the one that was just like broke. I never. Is yours broke or is it gone? I'd like to get mine.
But anyway, I got it fixed, and
That's good. You
started-
got it.
yeah. I really don't care for the what do you call it, bacon soda,
But yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
because it gets all crusty
Oh yeah.
if you don't wash
I
it.
know. Yeah, and
This
And
is one
yeah,
that-
people keep saying, well, go down to the village, go down to the village. Well, yeah, if you want to go down there and try and take a shower, and 5 minutes later they're banging on the door for you to hurry up.
Shit, you barely get your shorts taken off. Barely get your socks and your shorts taken off. Okay, it's time. Jesus Christ, they haven't even turned on the water yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they treat you like shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was standing there waiting for a toothbrush and some toothpaste, and the damn security guard, sit down! You can't be standing around. I said, I'm waiting for a toothbrush and a toothpaste. Well, I said, sit down. Damn, can I get a chance to brush my teeth? I'm telling you, man, they treat us like shit.
Oh, yeah. And then they expect us to be like, oh, well, thank you for
Yeah.
screaming at me like that.
Thank you for treating me like I'm a 14-year-old kid. No, they treat us like shit, man. There's no respect. I went to what's it called?
Uh-huh.
They have to go hungry. And like you said, the only place to eat is way the hell out there, and you eat the flock.
Got a little something in your hair. I think it was a feather.
Yeah, then they teach you the worst of the worst. Lima beans. Here, here's some lima beans for a piece of bread. Oh yeah, I just traveled 5 miles. Paid $1.25 for a buck to eat lima beans and a piece of stale bread. Get this shit.
I know what you mean.
That's why I'm so glad I got a hat.
Yeah.
I threw away my
It
Bronco.
keeps it somewhat tame.
I threw away my Bronco beanie after that pathetic performance. 43-8.
I heard that was a lot of people said that was because of mayonnaise.
I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know.
I wasn't able to listen to the game or watch the game.
You just remember everybody telling you the results.
Me and Al were down on Seal Beach.
That's an expensive neighborhood. But the people, I mean, that neighborhood is like the
people are nice
to an extent.
So how was Seal Beach? I heard you met the naked girl, huh? The one with the
Yeah,
tent?
but she was really nice. She cooked some like spaghetti that kind of gross, you know. But all of a sudden, one morning I was just talking to her and she wigged out, man. And Al told me about that. Al told me, you gotta watch her, man. She'll freak out on you, and she did. Get the hell out of here now! And I'm like, what the heck? What did I do? So I get my backpack on, and I start walking, and she comes up behind me and pushes me. Boom! I said, get out of here! I said, I'm walking! What the hell am I supposed to do? Start running? I said, get out of here now! Alright, fuck off.
So was she naked down there?
I didn't see her. I didn't want to see her.
Al said she has a pretty good body.
She's got a nice body, but oh my god, her grill. Ugh. She's got like shark teeth. They're all black and brown.
So she's been down there for a while, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's got her tent set up. She's got a tent set up. She's got a big old pad in there. She let me and Al stay in there one night because it looked like it was going to rain, and lent us a blanket. We didn't haul our shit down there, you know. But I don't know why I live in Al. Bullshit. I think we made a whole 30 cents.
No dine and dash it this time.
Not this time. I won't do that. Well, that was weird because Al kept saying, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. So I got up and went.
Well, yeah, you didn't know anything other than just, you know, he kept saying, well, you gotta go, you gotta go. So
I got up and went, and then
you gone.
went across the street, laid on the grass. They took the manager from the restaurant. Said, you can't do business here. Next thing you
So what do you guys have for dinner?
Oh, shit. Filet mignon, 2 big glasses of wine, vegetables. Yeah, the filet mignon was like that big. That's that thick. That was good. Really, really good. I won't do that again. She made dinner. Everything was cool. Well, Al had came back here, and I was getting ready to come over here, and then all of a sudden she snapped. Get the fuck out of here! I'm like, what did I do? I said, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! So I'm getting my shit together, putting on my backpack, putting on my shoes, and I said, get out! I said, I'm leaving. I'm walking. She's following me, pushing me. Like, take it easy, man. I'm leaving. I said, get the fuck out of here now. What the hell happened to you?
So what's your plans for the day?
I don't know. Probably go to the center and check my emails.
Yeah?
I want to look up a couple people that I used to date.
Okay. Got a holding jacket there.
Yeah, I know. I know.
How did that happen?
Fuck, I don't know.
Someone shot you?
Must have.
or did you fall asleep and one of the birds pecked you?
Could be. Oh, that's that chick that's all over the whole hair.
Did you think Al's gonna be back today?
I don't know. He said he was only going to be a day or two, but
Yeah.
the way his legs look, man, they're probably going to have to do dialysis.
How big did they get, roughly?
Fuck, man. It was twice the size of you.
Wow.
Purple fucking streaks and dots.
That's not good.
I know.
Not good at all.
When Betty saw him, she's like, oh no. She told her husband, Sam, you're taking that man to the hospital. As soon as they get done eating, take him. Alright, we got some shitters coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him throw locks on him. Made the mistake of letting this guy use my phone.
Oh, okay.
Next thing you know, man, I'm getting all these text messages, I'm getting all these phone calls.
That feel about right.
Hey, Tyrone.
Yeah.
Tyrone? What the hell are you talking about?
Is that your alias?
Yeah.
Must have been. I'm like, man, don't call this number.
Yeah,
But
that's good for you.
I
Though.
meant it.
Just build
Next
up
thing you know, I
just
get
build
another
up
text message, and then I get another phone call. This is Mom. I said, Mom? I said, my mom is dead. Well, who is this? Well, who's this? You called me.
Oh, yeah. There's really just minor stuff anyway. You know, how do you make your credit?
What section of that system?
I don't know. I think it's the wind blowing that stuff down. I need to go check my emails.
No, it's squirrels.
Yeah, if it's been over
And my
7 years,
Facebook, too.
then some of them will drop off, especially if the creditor doesn't still dispute it. So when they keep it on your credit,
Like
So
I
they-
said, I
they,
want to check into a couple
yeah, you should go and see what they are, because they're probably dropped off.
from my youth.
Well, that
At least they remember their names, but I don't know if they're still going by their
yeah.
childhood names. You know what I'm saying? With their last names.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hi, my name's RJ. And you're watching The Real Homeless of Long Beach.
Well, sounds like you're an actor.
No, I don't act.
No?
It's just me.
Just you, huh?
Yeah.
So how long you been here?
In Long Beach, I've been here since May 20th,
Of what year?
2013. Feels like since 2000, but oh well.
What has been your ups since you've been here?
Ups?
Yeah.
Getting to see, the main thing, getting to see the ocean and be in the ocean. At least for me.
Why's that?
I've never seen it before.
And why is that?
Because I
Where are
was
you
from
from?
a little Hoboken town in Tennessee.
You want to share with us whereabouts in Tennessee?
Some little town called Cookeville. It's in between. If anybody knows anything about it, it's in between Nashville and Knoxville.
And what brought you out here?
The car.
The car.
Yeah.
But seriously, well, why did you pick Long Beach
Well, I didn't
or
really-
California?
I didn't really pick Long Beach itself. It was kind of picked for me. But I came out here to start a new life and just to, get everything anew. Because my family decided, I'm just going to sell the house that you were living in. And then I came out here, and of course, old story, things didn't work out as planned, and wound up staying out here.
And where's out here?
In the park. Well, that's where I stay during the day. At night, I have a little place that's safe enough to at least sleep.
But you're not allowed to sleep in the park?
Oh no, it's illegal to sleep in the park. Like, you could get a ticket for it. They call it camping. I'm like, well, I don't have a tent set up. I don't have a bonfire going. How's that camping? I'm just trying to sleep. And I've been run off by the cops several times. And then, just you lay there and try and get some sleep. And then the cops come up and honk that loud freaking horn. And then they automatically think that because you're living out on the streets that you're either an alcoholic or a drug addict. And then whenever they find out that I've never been arrested for anything, it shocks the hell out of them.
So you don't drink or do drugs?
No. Not at all.
Has this experience been out here, do you have the desire to start at all?
No. Never.
What's your worst time out here? Your worst day?
Every day is usually bad. It becomes like a sinkhole. And because you try as best as you can to get out of it, it just seems like that it's like quicksand. The harder you try to get out, the faster you go down.
Do you want to work?
Yes, I do.
Have you tried applying for jobs?
I've tried applying for jobs, and every job that I have applied for has basically turned me away. They haven't actually said that, except for the last time that I applied.
And what happened there?
I was set up for an interview, and then every time that I went in, they were too busy to talk to me. And then I called them on the phone, and I was wanting to know what was going on, and they weren't hiring. And then I went back in there like a week later, and there was 3 new people.
Yeah, how does that make you feel?
Pissed off, really.
So what's your average day? What do you usually do?
I sit here for a little while. I go down to the center because they have free internet for an hour a day. I usually go down there and apply for jobs, so the lady that works down there, she gives me more time.
And what's the center?
It's the Gay and Lesbian Center. It's on 4th and Cherry. Really nice place.
Is that open to anyone, or you have to be gay or lesbian to go there?
No, it's anyone. Sun's really bright. Excuse me.
Sick? You fighting cold, or?
Yeah, fighting the cold. It happens very easy out here because you're constantly out in just the elements of outside. You sleep in it and you breathe in the cold air, and it seems like that if you don't, or well, when you get it, that you never fully get over it.
Might be contagious.
Well, just common colds usually are. And that's what it is. I mean, there's a band that comes by here every Thursday from the St. Mary's, and they give out free flu shots to people. And I got one, but it doesn't help with just the common cold. It only helps with the flu.
What are your hopes?
I hope to get a nice job, get an apartment, and then eventually, I'd like to buy a place. But I'd also like to help other people in my same situation get out of it if that's what they want. Actually, I think that's what I was put here for.
What's the worst thing that you've seen since you've been out here in the park?
People shooting up right at the park picnic tables.
What do you mean shooting up?
Shooting drugs in their arm with needles. Yeah, it's just... Well, it's all a mixture of different things, That's not exactly the worst. Well, I guess in a way that would be the worst thing I've seen, but... But actually, like, one of the things that to me is actually worse than that is someone they just look at you in disgust because you're out here.
And what's the best thing that you've seen out here?
How well the animals are treated.
Could you say the animals are treated better than the homeless?
Oh, yes. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that the person should treat someone better than they do, you know, their friends, their family, their animals, you know, but at least treat someone like a human being.
Do you stay in touch with your family in Tennessee?
I do, but it's not always good.
Does your family know you're homeless in the
Yeah.
park? What are their reaction to that and their attitude towards that?
Sometimes I feel like they care, and other times I feel like they don't.
Do they want to go back home?
Oh yeah, but I'm like, go back to what? Go back to just basically nothing? You know, because if I had something there, why would I leave?
Do you miss it at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'd lie if I say I didn't, but
What do we do now, RJ?
I'm bored. So I'm picking at the paint on this table. It looks better, don't you think?
Yeah?
Looks a lot better than this. I know I shouldn't, but I don't really got anything else to do, so.
Do you panhandle?
No,
You don't beg for money?
no.
Then how do you get by?
Well, I get what's called GR. Stands for General Relief.
So you've been getting this since you've been here?
Oh no.
So how long have you been getting it for?
Well, I've actually only got it 1 month so far.
And before then, how did you get by? Did you shoplift?
No, I don't do that.
Would
I'm
you?
not like other people. I don't do that.
Would you?
The only thing that I would ever shoplift would be food. If it come down to that.
Do you eat all the trash like some others do?
I have, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Sick to my stomach at times.
Because the food's bad, or just the idea of where the
Just
food
the
came from?
idea of having to do that. I need to stop doing that, but I just can't stop myself. Out of sight, out of mind.
If you have one thing right now, besides a place to live, what would it be?
Have my animals that I once had back.
So you would want your animals to be out here in the park homeless with you?
it would be a lot more comforting. But no, I wouldn't want that for them. I know there are some people out here who have animals, but I wouldn't want it for them, no. Police choppers going by again.
Happens all the time, or?
Oh, all the time, yeah. They're always searching for someone.
Is it what some refer to as ghetto birds?
Yeah, a lot of people refer to them as that. I never have. I just refer to them as either helicopters or choppers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in the little redneck town I'm from, it's called Get Your Gun time.
So what kind of work have you done?
I've mainly worked in food service. I worked for, well, it was the same owner, but I worked for 2 different locations of a McDonald's. I worked there since from 2005 to 2013.
Wow.
And then one day I was accused of theft. And I'm like, you know, why would I want to do that? After working there for going on 8 years, I'm like, if I was going to do that, I would have done that from the start.
Did it tell you what the theft was? Money, product?
Well, there was a manager who took $20 or $25 out of my register to make up for the safe being short.
Mm-hmm.
And then that went against me because my drawer was short. And then it was they said that I went into the freezer and stole product, but all I did was I went into the freezer and got a burger out and cooked my free employee meal that I get. But because a manager didn't go in there with me and hold my hand, then I was accused of theft.
Now, so getting off the subject of, you know, the real homeless, especially out here in Long Beach, about the question for McDonald's. Is it 100% beef patties they use?
No. I'll go ahead and say it's not. If that means I'd never get another job at McDonald's, oh well.
Do you know what it was besides meat?
There is some beef in there, but it's probably like 80-20. It's like 20% real beef and the rest is soy.
Wow.
So whenever they say 2 all beef patties, no, it's not all beef. The amount that's in there, the 20%, is all real beef, but it's not 100% beef. Now, the only 100% beef that I've ever ate from any restaurant, like any fast food chain, has been Dairy Queen. Those are real. I'm name dropping.
So you don't smoke cigarettes?
No, I can't stand cigarette smoke.
You don't drink alcohol?
No, I mean I have, but I'm not like, I'm not a constant drinker like I have to have it day in, day out.
Have you had any since you've been out here?
No, I've had some, yeah.
And you don't use drugs anymore, or never?
I mean, I've smoked pot and stuff in the past, but that's it.
Now, what's the biggest problem out here in this park concerning the homeless, do you think?
Concerning, like, as in how?
Negative, you know, how the general public feels against the homeless, or how how some other homeless people act out here or do things?
It's the drugs is what causes a lot of the bad negative things to happen to everyone out here, the drug users, because I mean, I don't blame the neighbors around here who pay top dollar for their condos and apartments that they have. I wouldn't want to look out my window and see it happening either. And the people who just come by with like all these big, large amounts of belongings, you know, and then they just drop them off somewhere. Yeah, I know. I was talking to Mark the other day about, I was like, well, you can't lug all that stuff with you, but, you know, I mean, there's no sense, also, there's no sense in having all that much stuff with you when you're out here like this. I mean, what's the point in it? I mean, it's like a person, it's basically like a hoarder without a home. Because, you know, you have nowhere to put it. You're overwhelmed with stuff. You can't drag it with you everywhere because there's too much of it. So, you know, I mean, the only thing that a person needs being out here is a few changes of clothes, a sleeping bag, and a backpack. You know, and that's pretty much it.
And good health.
Well, yeah, which that very, very rarely comes with being out here is good health. Ouch.
Now, what do you or some other homeless that you may know out here, what do you do when you get sick, like the flu? Can you go lay down for a couple of days and just rest?
No, you can't. You can't go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, you could lay down here in the park if you wanted to get a ticket.
Even during the day?
Even during the day. Yeah, because it's on the books that there's no sleeping in the park. Now there are some cops that are nice and just let you do it, you know, because they know the people who, you know, who they know who are the druggies and the alcoholics and who aren't, you know, and they don't, and they, I mean, yeah, there's some days that they say things to people, you know, but that's only because they're just doing their job, you know. But there are some cops who are just, that go way and beyond the form of being an asshole that you could ever possibly think of. Like, I had a situation one night on the beach. I was, you know, like people around here, they try and find, we call them spots out here. Like you go try and find a spot that you won't be bothered by someone and you won't be harassed by someone or by the police. And I went down there and I was laying on the beach at night, and a cop came up banging the side of the lifeguard tower thing, because that's what I was under. And he was like screaming and saying that he was going to beat my fucking ass and drag me to jail, and that I needed to move, you know, and that and my other friend Al was down there with me. And he had been in a car accident, or not a car accident. Well, he got hit by a car, and he had to have surgery on his shoulder, and it was starting to heal. And then the guy, and he told the guy that he had, you know, a problem with his shoulder. That's why it was taking him a while to get up. So, and he grabs the guy by his hurt shoulder and jerks him over. And then, because we weren't moving fast enough, he was like, "I told you faggots to move." You know, and then it was dark. It was like maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I couldn't see his name or anything. And I asked for his badge number, and he replies, "You don't need it." You know, and it's like, and for a while, for quite a while after that, anytime that I saw a police car, I would get terrified. that was going to happen again.
No. I've only talked to her on the phone. Yeah. As soon as the runner's out.
Is it lunch, RJ?
Uh-huh.
What's for lunch?
A turkey bacon breakfast sandwich from Subway. Yeah, that Subway up there let you buy the sandwiches on their on your food stamps. So there's lots of restaurants around here. Well, I shouldn't say lots, but there's a few restaurants around here that do. It's good too. Oh, you got your head in the clouds and make a fool out of you. Boys bring you down and make your heart melt. Yes, it's cold to the core, but rumor has it he ain't got your love anymore. Rumor has it, 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 rumor has it. She is half your age, but I'm guessing that's the reason that you stayed. You've been missing me, even telling people things you shouldn't be. Like when we creep out when she ain't around. Haven't you heard the rumors? Bless your soul, you got your head in the clouds and make a fool out of you. Boy, you're bringing me down to make your heart melt. Get cold to the core. Now rumor has it he ain't got no lips. I always mess up on that part. Rumor has it. 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 All of these words whispered in my ear tell a story that I cannot bear to hear. Just 'cause it's fake, it don't mean that I'm empty. Say crazy things. Just 'cause I'm fake, don't mean that I'm empty. 'Cause you heard it. Rumor has 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 it. One I'm leaving you for.
Who was that?
That was Adele, called Rumor Has It. And that sounds like Bruno Mars.
Want to get up next? Back up a little bit.
I'm not really too much of a dancer unless I go out somewhere. I'll sit and rock to the music, but that's really about it.